Let's get my home. Huh. Good biscuits. There's so many autosaves. Okay. I'm gonna go with. Why are these all in 213?
Barking at me for?
I think we'll go
Barking at me?
with this one.
Oh gosh, it hurts.
Hey, Psycho.
I just sliced my finger open on an envelope.
Okay, can we hear me now? Sorry, my mom came in and started talking. So I muted it for a little bit. Welcome in. Hey, bestie. Okay, I don't remember at all what I was doing last time because I tried like 4 times to stream and it wouldn't work. And I don't remember what was going on. Hopefully it stays steady. I think I was going for this. I think I vaguely remember that I wanted to get this. And I almost made it there, and then stream cut out. So we're going to... Ivy, get down, please. Nope. Ivy, do not steal that. It's not edible. Oh my goodness, she's gonna sit there and eat a wrapper. Ivy, Alexandria. Are you sleepy? You can hear me, right? My mom came in and started talking, so I muted it for a little bit. I'm not gonna start yelling. Ivy, no! Hey! You know better. Stop eating the wrapper, please. My dog lives to make everything difficult. If I remember correctly, I honestly have no clue. I tried a bunch of times to stream, and then I just did random stuff, and now we're here. We're going to get a vantage point. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't remember. Oh, we go up. Okay, we go up.
Stalkers.
I think
Watchers.
the story mission is this one. But I want to make sure it's
all the way up here.
gonna keep working before I do anything else.
Let's make this quick.
Hasn't anyone ever told you it's rude to attack someone? I don't remember how to do things. I believe, bestie, you're gonna have that plat in no time. They did? Nice. That's good.
Looking good.
I'll probably do the puzzle, but I probably won't do it until I won't do it on my first run. Just to keep things normal, more normal. I forgot how many of those they left down here. Like, what the heck? If I remember correctly, we climb up over on this side of the river.
Save these for the trail.
Campfire? Campfire? Campfire where? Oh, campfire up there. That's right. Really? Really? In the water? That's what you're gonna do to me?
The machines are territorial here. But what am I intruding on?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. More of them? What are those? I hate everything. Hold on.
Machines, quick.
Why are there so many of them? What's that? I have no clue. I hate Gwent Hawks. I hate them with a burning passion.
Won't waste this.
I think when I looked it up, it was like 5 or 6 or something. I don't remember. That was a bit ago.
I'll tuck that away.
Alright, let's see here. Now, where are we climbing?
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Can't see through the snow. There we go. Oh gosh. What's that? And why is it angry at me?
I'm getting the feeling I've gone somewhere I shouldn't have. This time,
I just wanted my vantage point. A storm bird? What the heck is a storm bird? What is that? With a wide array of shock-based air-to-ground attacks, it has no weaknesses. I'm gonna cry. Blaze canisters. Freeze canisters. Engine. Freeze canisters. Lightning gun. Cool. The heck?
For later.
How am I supposed to fight this thing? Ah! I just wanted the vantage point. Ow. Anyone ever told you that's rude, sir? He is a big boy. Seems like an unfair fight. All combat machines
like
killed.
All the way up here, keeping people hopefully away from something. But there's only one.
I did it! I also broke the game a little bit with where it died. That's kind of funny. But I did it. Okay, I don't know where I'm going now. The vantage point is up there. How rude. Maybe you don't get the key in an insanity run. Though that seems a bit jinked. Yeah, it's probably somewhere else. How do I get up there?
Apocalypse Shitstorm Tour, Day 10. So here's where I learned how the world would end. My second apocalypse in a year. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Wait. Oh, look. That's what I wanted. Wait.
Good grief! You went through that whole big bag of carrots already?
I guess? Keep pressing the wrong button.
Well, what we're having for dinner
Now we go here. Notebook. Collections. Vantage point. Okay. Text. Hi Ma. I was surprised when FAS sent me out here, and not just because the meeting was going to be held in real space. I was surprised to discover that anyone at FAS still knew I existed. When I returned to work after treatment, HR informed me I'd been reassigned to the Vantage Project. It was exactly the professional death sentence I was expecting, the career equivalent of getting sent into a red zone without an environment suit. Everyone knew Vantage was one of those doomed projects FAST kept sold around solely for the purpose of assigning dead-enders to them, especially head cases like me who couldn't be summarily fired for fear of
One more thing. Can you go grab my cart by my desk and put it together?
parity litigation. Month by month, management would pile losers on a lost cause, then cancel the project and lay everyone off. A ship of fools sunk with a single tornado. Ain't wrongful dismissal if it's downsizing. I had nothing better to do, so I spent my time studying the tech. Chip design wasn't my forte, but I knew enough to admire what the engineers had accomplished with the Eternity chip. Stored data was guaranteed to last 50,000 years or more without degradation. As for Vantage itself, the project was little more than a failed marketing plan. The idea was to promote the tech by burying unlocked Eternity chips at scenic locales around the world. Public domain time capsules where enthusiasts could cache date-locked data. The project got as far as developing the spikes, portable drill applicators to sink the chips, installed when Grass Hackett in encapsulates came on the market and stole Eternity's thunder. Anyways, I'd been at Advantage 3 weeks when FAST unexpectedly sent me out here for a real space meeting. Me, a dead-ender working a doomed project, dispatched to a high-security FAST R&D site inside Kings Peak. It didn't make sense. Security put me in a small conference room and told me to wait. It was downright claustrophobic. Dim lights, bad ventilation, more like an interrogation room from one of those 90s cop vids. But what really got my attention was the noises coming through the walls. The non-stop bang and clatter of construction bots building something deep in the mountains. Something big. The door opened and some doofs wearing FAST badges filed in. I recognized one of them, Brad Andak, a military division replications engineer I met when I first joined the company, but I don't think he recognized me. He stayed at the back of the room the whole time, looking distraught. I was about to ask what the heck was going on when a woman wearing a hijab walked in. She didn't introduce herself, but she didn't have to. It was Samia Abaji. I totally just butchered that, I'm sorry. Former lead archivist of the Odyssey, architect of the entire Homer project. Not a global celebrity by any means, but if you grew up watching the Odyssey project like I did, you knew her in sight. Ibaji sat down and started asking extremely precise questions about the upper range tolerance of Eternity chips. Then she asked me to speculate about the feasibility of various upgrade paths. The interview lasted maybe 10 minutes, whereupon she thanked me for my time and left. Everyone else followed out after her. Security came for me a few minutes later and escorted me to my berth. The whole way back to FAST, I kept trying to figure out what had just happened. What was Samina Abaji were doing at a classified Pharaoh R&D site asking me questions about Eternity Tech? It didn't add up. By the time I landed, I knew I wasn't going to give up until I'd puzzled it out. The worst that could happen was I'd get work, but I could fix some Brad Andak soon enough. He was going to a different bar every night, drinking to the point of blacking out. I shadowed him until I managed to proxy his focus and dupe his net protocols. I didn't find anything strange in his financial records or media patterns. I was starting to think I'd wasted my time. Then I accessed his Dreambox account and found the journal he'd been keeping the past 2 weeks. It was all there, how the world would end. My first thought was, well, at least my ma didn't have to live to see this. My second thought was that nothing mattered anymore, which made it pretty obvious that I should off myself. Well, dang. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I'm full again. Awesome. They don't give you enough space for everything. I don't know what that is, but I want that.
Nice.
Okay. It's still glitching down there. That's funny. Whoa. This is really pretty. Okay, that wasn't my best move, but whatever. Let's see, there is obviously something up here, but I wonder what.
Keep that for later.
Oh, and it's snowing again.
The snow's got a bite out here.
I'm a curious little fella. What were they building out here? I'm very curious. You're gonna let me climb here but not get any higher? What am I missing?
You free? You free? Move, move, move. Turn this off in an hour. You hear me? Do you hear me? Turn that off in an hour. Before Daddy comes home.
I can get up there, but how? I've lost the plot, bestie. Well, I wasn't expecting you to help me. I just don't know if I can get up there. Maybe I am so not dressed for cold weather. Maybe I can't do it yet. It's a cauldron, but how do I get in the cauldron? Maybe I can't do it yet. Cool beans. I don't know what cauldron this would be. I think it was a no. They were ruins, not a cauldron. Ivy, get down, please. I don't think I can go. Go here, yeah. Gotcha. Alright. I seem to be holding steady. So...
Okay, I'm coming right home after cooking.
let's
Go watch my show.
hope for the best.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yes.
Make sure you clean everything up. You put that drink in the refrigerator. Okay, Abby. Okay. She's gonna need water, Danny. She's almost out. Ivy, stay. Come here. Come here.
These wares.
Sit. Good girl. Stay.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Finest goods here. See for yourself.
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley. Our orders are clear.
We'll find better wares.
Did she really?
Freeholders were warned.
You're talking about orders. I'm talking about lives.
I'd rather.
That's what the
volunteer.
orders are for, to save lives. Good day, citizen.
Should be out there fighting machines.
We're trying, Kyler. Welcome in, friend. Hope you've been good. How was RE9? And you can, I watched Tristan play it twice. He's actually doing his insanity run right now. I know all. Right? Ugh. You wanna come with me and Tristan and storm Jeff Bezos' house? Actually, I think it's a mix of Amazon just being stupid and Capcom not making enough copies. Which is really stupid because I pre-ordered it on the 29th of January. So it wasn't like I did it last minute, you know?
Take her down!
Yeah, he is. Whereabouts are you? Not like full spoilers, but the general area. Okay, so your Grace. Tristan, you're literally playing it right now on an Insanity run. Cool. I actually really like her as a character. I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously, but she's a good character. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going in the right direction, but we're just gonna keep going. Right? It gets better. She's gotta. We're hoping, we think it'll probably be nominated for Game of the Year because it's, like, amazing. But we doubt it'll win, but we're hoping that her VA will get nominated for Best Performance. And will hopefully win. If GTA 6 actually comes out this year before the deadline, there's no way that's not winning everything it gets nominated for. Which is stupid, because, in my opinion, there are going to be better games than that, but it is what it is.
Oh, useful.
I want Nick to win something too, because that guy has had different voices in every game he's played Leon in, and it's amazing. Oh, I don't want to see it either. I just know it's probably going to happen. Because it's
Saving these
that
for the trail.
it's going to be that popular. Right? I watched it's actually kind of funny. I watched all of the animated
This won't go quietly.
movies and the TV show except for one. Tristan and I are gonna watch the last one tonight. But he voices Leon in the show on Netflix, and it's kind of insane. He sounds, the show's, not to spoil anything, but it's set after RE4, so he sounds, it's kind of amazing. He sounds really good. Honestly, it still boggles my mind that Matt Mercer plays him in 4 movies. 4? Or is it 3? No, it's 4, because it's... No. It's 3. It's 3. Because the guy from the OG RE2 voices him in Degeneration. And then Nick is Infinite Darkness. And Matt is Damnation, Vendetta, Death Island. Yeah, and RE6. What the heck is the merchant doing all the way out here?
God, I found this.
Can I sell you some things? Do I have anything that's just for selling? You know what? I need to clear up some space. I think these are all different. Yeah, these are all different. I do have so many Watcher Hearts. Yeah, we'll sell one more. So, what are these? Matt did walk so Nick could run. He's a great Leon, but Nick is kind of just like the perfect Leon. Well, yeah, because isn't like I said, everything's different on. Oh, I need that. Insanity. Alright, so I should have enough space. What about modifications? I know I should probably keep some of these, but I just don't quite understand their purpose still. And we're just gonna get rid of all the green ones. Okay. There was a campfire, but I never found the campfire. Where'd we go? We seem to be holding steady. I'm gonna jinx
the
it now.
Eclipse Focus Network, he said. So how are we gonna do that? Oh, wait. I forgot. We won't. I do all the dangerous stuff. You just listen in.
I love Aloy and her snark.
There are the handholds, right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Silence? No? Fitting name you got there.
Honestly, her and Leon could have a
All
snark
right.
off.
What now?
You wait.
How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night
Yeah.
is to crash the Focus Network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
What?
Stealth!
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you around to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict Tallneck that's been extensively modified. Climb the Tallneck. Grafted into the top of its disk, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the Focus Network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse.
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
I want to punch him in his face. Bro's a douche.
Gotta be tight.
Crouch. Crouch.
Corrupted machines. Patrolling the guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
This is the easy way in?
The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy.
I want Miles back. Then I could just turn invisible and go. I don't like this.
Now they're hunting me.
How? You see nothing. You see nothing.
They're scanning for me.
Ah. Okay, well, this sucks. What? You guys, I'm not good at stealth.
Calm, calm.
Oh! Made it!
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. toward the explosions. Great.
You've got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these Eclipse troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Endless digging, endless blasting, endless waiting. I grow tired of this place.
We got intruders.
Here we are! Get behind something! Kill the North! Fear the power of God!
Hey, Clem. Welcome in.
Is there fighting up ahead?
No. It's a mining operation. So long as you're quick, it won't affect you.
Oh good, another secret.
Oh yeah, you've never seen Horizon.
That shelter. It's bigger than the others.
Find the tall neck, Aloy. There's no time to poke around.
There is if I make time.
I do be a poking around kind of
What is
gal.
this place?
A distraction.
There are several data points.
So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall, coddled by his
Ooh,
mother,
fun.
he will never learn the true lessons of the sun. I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the...
Bestie, that's not nice. Be nice. That'll be fun. Yeah, Ghost is fun. Ghost, as someone who's 100%ed it twice now, I don't know. It's a really fun game. It's got really cool combat. It's a good story. I just kind of regret 100% taking it on stream because, man, that took a while. It's easier when you can, like, blast music or something. I don't think... Good game. So long, coddled, he will never learn the true lessons of the sun, but the shadow to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it, he averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him, do not shield your eyes, in all things it is absolute. One day it nurtures life, and the next scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity, that is the example a Sun King must follow, an example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying her face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see?
An alert. Something's sending a signal.
My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was murdered. Cut down by cowards who mistook
It
firm
took
rule
me
for madness.
89 hours my first
The
playthrough.
strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault. As their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end. But it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate.
True, true.
He saw his fate. He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to Sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded until the buried shadow was brought to light.
Ivy, Ivy, Ivy. Yeah, I had that much because I 100%, and that was including the DLC. I think it took me around. Sorry, my sister's coming downstairs, and Ivy barks at her for some reason. Let me see. Where is it? Ghost of Tsushima, where art thou? Ivy. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it took me about 68.5 hours to do the main game and everything in it. Yeah. And that's not counting the massive amount of deaths you'll get for fighting bosses.
When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy, and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed.
You should. Good game.
And turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn. For without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying ended the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this. But instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor.
Yeah.
No.
He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself or another.
Bro.
When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility. A rage swelled up inside me. I abhorred that bed. How its softness threatened to swallow us up.
Stole my
And
shoe.
that room, the stench of incense, the fine embroidery of the drapes, all of it weak. I slipped from the bed, threw open the casement, and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to. Already you had shown me beyond doubt that we were meant to be. Every morning, I wake to the same nightmare. The same reality. Holy Meridian, in the hands of profligates. Debased. The spire, towering above the horizon like a glittering spike through the center of my mind. Every daybreak in exile is a mark of failure. But the count of days runs thin. I will see Meridian retaken. The profligates slaughtered. A true king restored to the Mesa throne. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy.
I love how it says user unknown in the scanny thingy, but then
Focus. Where's this signal?
in the subtitles it tells you the
He's
name
a
of the
fanatic,
dude.
all right. Single-minded.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about finding that Tallneck?
Would not have been easy to drag the Tallneck down this path. Why bother?
Just find it and get to the top. Destroy the module and then get out fast as you can.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope.
I see it. They've built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is wrong. Just get to the module and destroy it.
This is totally a trap.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Ouch! Ah, beeswax.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are, but this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Ah, beeswax.
Keep moving!
Brave trail.
Keep moving.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap?
Keep running!
No, duh, bro.
No way. Are you kidding me? Almost there. Come on.
Keep moving or you'll die. Don't fight. Run.
What?
Head left towards the camp.
Got it. Almost out of it.
Excuse me.
Base is
Coming
on
through.
high alert.
Yeah, I noticed.
Keep moving! Watch out, there's more ahead.
Ah,
That's the way out.
I know.
that's not good. But I made it.
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools.
Punchable
Shifts
face.
crumbles like sand. A
Punchable
poor
face.
foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest. Now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. Let's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable. Damn him.
Crash the Eclipse scenario.
If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Silence, I would. But we both know I need it. Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn.
No, stop.
I'll find a use for you.
There's a thing to say? Alright. On the way over here. Go to Sunfall. Is this what I think it is? Oh, yeah. We're going to Zero Dawn. We're gonna find out what Zero Dawn is. Hold on a sec. I gotta take some paint pills. Where? did you... Where is my shoe? Dummy? I know. Did Auntie come down and play with you? I don't know what it is about my sister. She just goes crazy when she's around. I do not follow laptops. Thanks again for the sub, Kyler. I didn't actually mean for you to do it. I was joking, but thank you. I appreciate it.
I've got to put up a fight.
I want to at least finish the story and the DLC.
Just go about your business.
And then... That's fine, no worries. And then... Before, my copy of RE9, right?
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Hey! He said the other words.
But they have no idea what lies beneath.
I very much doubt it.
We will learn much from this, Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Forbidden West.
Whatever work the mercenaries are doing, at least Kaja don't have to debase ourselves with it.
Don't just cast about talking to strangers, woman.
Oh, shove it. Right? Honestly. Oh yeah, don't I have to fight in there? I feel like I remember having to fight in there.
The Sun Ring. A proud tradition of the Carja.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least, not anymore.
Give them time. I'm sure they missed. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Vought will have to answer for that.
You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
If he can't stay true, what hope is there for I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavin.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
Guy's a kid.
By the will of Radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me, while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
But the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite a...
This is insane.
Hardly.
They're going to see me.
You underestimate the ease of hiding in plain sight. The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
What? How? Okay, well. How? Where?
Other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you.
Are we endgame? Is this endgame? Wild. Okay. I have 12 of those, dang. I should be good on health. My weapons. I can do all my side stuff after. Let's do this.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you'll have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
Is it gonna work?
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Oh gosh, darn it.
Malfunction.
Kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this tour!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Hello. A 9, maybe?
I underestimated you. Think by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
It's a very intriguing...
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so...
Another incident from lounge staff to admin. Subject, another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we've already requested, we need human translators fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged biologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond.
Surprised.
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look.
We need support, too, from reception staff to admin. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld for them. At minimum, we need human translators, the Lang bots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to any of these mails.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
No, stop. Hey, come here. Come here. Stop. Stop. No.
Restock or else, from lounge staff admin. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I am going to lose it. Please respond. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond. And this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay?
No room.
You'd think because these people are going to be helping save the world, they'd have better accommodations. Soundproofing, lounge staff admin. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Is this it?
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Is this it?
Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague. If Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Silbeck to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Well, dang.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Let's continue.
Castrios. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Incoming!
Let this pierce my...
For the Radiant!
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Counselor Guidelines 1. For debriefing after Presentation 1. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Faro plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, addendum B1, and the infeasibility of maintaining life in orbit, in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus, security, medical crisis teams, or data corrupted.
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Want to discuss?
Whew. So, Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing
Certainly
you to
sounds
proceed.
like him, but it's probably someone just
Go.
from the same part of the...
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stocks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
So, the whole Earth destroyed, and then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this.
Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave the facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural days. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your own term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to this Pharaoh plague is inevitable. When the Zero facility Dawn is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions.
For life. For us. But why Hades, then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Bestie. No, did I miss one? Counselor guidelines for debriefing after presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly without additional coercion, and without valued judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they are selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn is an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. My ear itches. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, can validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings toward greater commitment to the project. When candidates choose challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobert's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process his documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 40-hour waiting period, during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention may be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse the decision, after which the decision data corrupted.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security.
For your protection, would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Stocking up.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I don't plan on it.
Is there another route?
I've done this before.
Lead him! Kill me. Down. Coming back from this. Blood.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Another one of these. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
What am I doing? No, I know that, but don't I have to find one? Where do I go up? Hello? Restore power to the door. Maybe. Obviously, you can get up there somehow. You're telling me I can't reach that? Rude. Hello? Don't know what to do. Obviously, you can't do it. Maybe. No. Bro. This is stupid. Obviously you can get up there, but how do you get up there? I don't see anything to climb. There's nothing yellow or white in here. Alright, what mission request is this? Deep Secrets of the Earth. Oh, why do you do that? Okay, you continue with the next part of this. You need to figure out multiple codes in order to solve the mission. The first will be on your left. This set is straightforward as you just need to scan. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. So left, up, the left, down,
done. I should check the door nearby.
Knew there was a way to get up here. Okay, well.
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick.
Okay, so I think you said everything is backwards, so this should be down. This should go to the right. This should be up. This should go to the left. And this should be down. Nice. Did I not do it right? So that's up. That should be down. Left should be the right. Down should be up. Right should be left, and left should be up. Should be down, right? Isn't that what the thingy said? Settings transposed. Why isn't my touchscreen working? Oh, no. Down, left, up.
That did it.
Okay, back. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Get in there.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Nothing here but echoes. But if she comes this way... Contact! You cannot hide from our wrath!
I'm not hiding. Am I supposed to be hiding? That's what the other dude just said. How about you get some more original lines?
Try to enfold you! Slippery one!
Stay out of sight! Fear the power! Die, apostate!
That's the last of them.
Alert. H-knock structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
To me! Let's take her down! Any more losses? Find some cover, fools!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
It's going back that way, okay.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this...
Full steam ahead, Elizabeth Sobat to Margot Shin. Full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in this lines, I wouldn't have picked you as the hepatitis alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Imid Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcasts Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth.
It's going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save...
Summarization results from Margot Shin to Elizabeth Sobat. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough, natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Guy thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Margot.
Why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robot.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's more Eclipse.
Careful now.
Just casually carrying a bomb along in my hand today? Doesn't everyone do that?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina El-Baji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of...
Encapsulated DNA from Elizabeth Sobat, from Samia Abaji to Elizabeth Sobat. And the winner is encapsulated data. Over the past 10 years, I've performed an extensive review of data solutions, magnetic, optimal, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAST was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300, 400 years, etc., etc. Encapsulated data will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed preposterous, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life is the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do until next time. Peace be with you, Samina.
a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in
From Smina Baji to Elizabeth Sobat, Apollo a date. Over the past 2 months, the full benefits of procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendance curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heroistic curricula, they are performing well in testing with children and adolescents, demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in Aristotle and Aspasia personnel. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina.
Facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries.
You're not going to be the one to stop it.
In Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. The transfer and encoding of all data under DNA. Only capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development.
Push harder!
You know what? You wanna fight fire with fire? Fight fire with fire.
Do if you don't. Why? Harder!
For the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge.
Fighting.
Welcome, and let us begin.
The shadow will reach you wherever.
Got one right here.
That's the last of them. Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry, and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a...
From Travis Tate, Elizabeth Sobat, subject noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore, anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying and you know it. Old Trav, don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle, nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citron runoff than listen to Grey swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear in my mama's grave. And she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gorge grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen. Heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore you'll see, or hear rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deadfish. Hallelujah. As for this request to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal, might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav.
Subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again. I mean, what the... what?
Hades protocol. Tate here. Just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every Esther Passion protocol I designed failed in the simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Thanks for the alert, Kyler. Too hard integrated the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her finger a figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by prying her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that it couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades was take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying talents for me to hide its interference. Sneaky! I swear ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just stimulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseal it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll be back tomorrow, alligators.
Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia...
Archive abuse from Samia Abaji to Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobat. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission number 000023876- your 666 submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite early wordings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploration cinema. Allow me, then, to thank you on 2 counts. 1 for continuing me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite East European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Paslina material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archives such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply single objective quotation. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Abaji.
Odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your guy 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me? Looks like the only way onwards.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a
Cradle sealed from Patrick Brochard-Klein to Elizabeth Sobat. Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Zhejiang province could detect it. Pingback from crucial system is good. For a maiden voyage, a success. Regard my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there's a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk, in addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 02 site inside Mount Namali, I will formally propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBQ.
Project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genome.
Cradle Servitor personnel. From blah blah blah. Development of the artificial personnel for Cradle Servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.0 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and eliminate improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personnel form, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinary and healer persona. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on the disciplinary servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. Ingest data corrupted.
Diversity literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
FZ chambers. The exogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. Their revelation astounding. I don't know what you had to give for a zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technical shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of the SC's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. Goodness. So much.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office. Like it used to hold something.
But would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though Capric forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational.
The odds stand in our favor.
But what if...
Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
Yeah.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, let's just do what it says.
Looks good.
Odyssey has failed. From Elizabeth Sobat to all Alphas. All, some terrible news, I'm afraid. Varzianth has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic anti-matter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Elizabeth. Artemis status. From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that would extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks. Foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to the world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakout in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not in our watch. Warnson.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Beeswax.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Well, that's not good. Oh, this is where I fight in the arena.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts.
Those eyes are
Haunted every
weird.
step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you.
Hey.
Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place.
Hey, get your butt
exactly
off the couch.
where it belongs. beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora cast me out at birth. You're not hurting me if you hurt them.
Really? Then it makes no difference one way or another. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Carja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day, soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark. Night to day. Behold!
On the horizon, yeah. Thanks for popping in, Kyler. Drive safe, friend.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Juran ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Biscuit.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are
Discovered
on the
the
platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Okay, hopefully it's auto-saved somewhere. 6:26, yeah. I have to end stream now. That was fun. 3-hour stream. Got a lot of progress. We will finish the game next stream. And maybe start the DLC, depending on how long. I will either stream tomorrow or Thursday. good to be back. Thanks for hanging out, nerds. I appreciate you all. You guys are the best. I'm very glad to be back and streaming. It's been a journey. We'll finish this. Tristan, no, don't do that. Thanks for hanging out, bestie. All you other nerds, I appreciate you all. Like I said, I will see you next time, where we will finish Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. See you all there. Bye-bye.